There appears to be an increased tension between Africa and the United Nations. Two examples come to mind. The most recent ICC deferral request regarding the Kenyan appeal, and then the broader question of UN reform, which we raise in these press conferences every year. What is your analysis of that tension? I know you've engaged with a number of heads of state from the African continent. What's your analysis and understanding of that tension? And what mitigating role, if any, can your office play in easing those tensions before they spiral out of control?
Africa is number one priority for United Nations. And we are maintaining a very, very good partnership with the African Union. So you will not be able to see such a stronger partnership which has been maintaining between the UN and African Union. Of course, there are some cases when we may have a difference of opinions between United Nations, any or specific cases. So characterizing it, tension between AU, Africa, and United Nations may not be appropriate.
He also pointed to African countries pursuing their ICC concerns at the recently concluded Assembly of State Parties, where amendments made allowing video link testimony for defendants with extraordinary public duties can now be considered by the judges.
The African Union leaders have taken very prudent and wise decisions not to take any such premature decisions. When they call for an extraordinary summit to deal with this Kenyan president and vice president case vis-a-vis ICC, they all gathered and they took very practical decisions. I was deeply concerned at the time of this beginning of this crisis that there may be some conflict between some African countries and ICC. Now, ICC is an independent international justice organization whose work and mandate is distinct from that of the United Nations. And their mandate and their principle should be fully upheld and respected. Yeah.
The Secretary-General has long held the position that reforms of the UN, particularly the Security Council, is a matter for member states to decide on. Sherwin Brycepease, SABC News, New York.